29 of the 30 students in the class were killed instantly by the original sin god of death. Nanhai, who was the only one who survived, was condemned by the whole country. Even if the family members of the deceased beat Nanhai with fists and feet, they could not reveal it. The Supreme Court directly announced his death sentence. Who could have thought that a weak Nanhai would pop up such a shocking tragedy? Nanhai wanted to make an excuse, but unfortunately, all his actions became the last straw that killed Nanhai because of a video leaked from a mobile phone.
No one's gonna buy a middle school kid being behind something this horrific. Who's the lawyer here? Shit. Besides, I'm just a baby. They couldn't throw the book at me if they wanted to. Am I right?
Confronted by the male protagonist's arrogance, he claimed to have killed his entire class to discover himself, but was actually in shock. It turned out that when the male protagonist woke up from death, he still didn't know what was going on, but he saw the masked man in red holding the head of a female classmate in his hand. Then the other party stretched out his palm and emitted a red light. Although the red light on his chest was gone when the male protagonist woke up, the fate of the whole class had fallen to the ground, and he was directly sent to the death row paradise.
The only recourse that we have is capital punishment.
This was also the beginning of the male protagonist's nightmare, because the prisoners here seemed to perform acrobatics for the entertainment of the people, but they were actually cash machines for them to make money.
The institution thrives on is the money you make us.
It's not as simple as it seems. You never know whether tomorrow or death will come first. Prisoners will wear collars, which are also deadly. This is a man pulling a truck. He knocked down the male protagonist and quickly apologized, but unexpectedly, the female officer approached without saying anything. That's right. In the face of the law of death, even if you are alive, it is only temporary.
Crazy or stupid, be it abnormal or reality.
I don't disagree. But get used to it. This is life, boys. Your life. From now until we see fit to cut you loose.
At this time, the male protagonist started today's moving work. When he thought of all the previous experiences, he was just a student, but now he has become a prisoner. This extreme gap made him want to die. However, at this time, a white-haired girl jumped down. When she saw that the male protagonist didn't want to live, she was willing to help. Then she swung at the male protagonist, hoping to help him get rid of it. But at this step, the male protagonist retreated. It turned out that he was afraid of death. At this time, several prisoners came. Although they knew that he was the famous Tuban boy, could he be lazy with a woman while working? People who can enter here, which one is not deeply sad? What makes them even more disdainful is that he is obviously a demon but still looks harmless. Xiao Bai, the girl beside him, pushed the man away to defend the male protagonist. This angered the man, who attempted to hit her, but after a few kicks, she fell down again. However, the man next to him hit her head with a shovel, burning her. The girl was blinded on the spot. The hero wanted to resist, but he was besieged by many people. When he was beaten by several prisoners, he suddenly felt pain in his chest. Then the fixed bomb on the high shelf exploded instantly, and a huge spherical object was about to fall in their direction. Seeing this, other prisoners fled one after another, but the hero didn't want to die here. He also wanted to prove his innocence. He had to make the red man who killed the whole class betray the death penalty. Then the red gem on his chest suddenly lit up.
I want him to pay for what he's done to me. For what he's done to my friends. For what he did to Mimi. I want to live. I want to live!
However, the wave was not over yet. The prisoner who was to be executed was resisting stubbornly. He grabbed the hostage and wanted a candy. But the female officer was not panicked at all, because as long as the prisoner could not eat the candy, she would automatically be put on the collar around her neck. There is nothing wrong with blocking the road. People in this story want to live in the present. They must eat a candy on time. Even if you are a strong man with 8-pack abs or a cute and sweet girl, you can't escape the shackles of the death row villain. The male protagonist saved himself and the girl, but their bad luck was just starting.